Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mandy from Lenovo, and this is Mrittika from Intel, our partner. We have been working together for RSD for several months, and today we are bringing the topic about building data center of future in OpenStack and the composable infrastructure. Yesterday, Mrittika has brought here a topic about Valence and large-scale design. Basically, large-scale design allows the users to have delegated resources of the network and compute and storage to be installed a pool and to compose this compute node with these disaggregated resources and to decompose them and return back to the resource pool. So with this infrastructure, we can save money with increased performance, and also we provide the flexibility to enable high scalability systems. And also with this software-defined hardware, we can have easier system management and analytical data. Valence is the project that is coming with Mrittika to talk with RSD hardware. It is a collection of all the API and controllers talk with Redfish APIs. And Lenovo, as one of the key vendor on the hardware, we also have our own implementation of large-scale controller. And for current users of OpenStack, we also provide the Nova and Ironic and Horizon plugins to make current OpenStack users easier to use the Valence. So with these plugins, they can talk to the large-scale hardware seamlessly. So next, I will bring the Lenovo's hardware design of large-scale component. So basically, we have two types of systems here. First one is for the general purpose customers, which is based on the blade server infrastructure. We use flex systems to provide the compute ability. Also, we have a unique design of PCI switch to provide the storage ability. And the other design is for Schofield, which is China hyperscale design. Lenovo is working very closely with Baidu, Ali, Tencent on this hardware definition. We also provide the unique storage management PCIe switch. With PSME and rack management APIs, we can talk this pooled rack-scale design hardware. And from system management level, we also implemented a pod manager based on Lenovo's system management brand, X-Clarity Administrator. So for all the customers in data center, we can manage all the kind of hardware, legacy hardware, RSD hardware with the same entry point of X-Clarity Administrator. So for current users of OpenStack, how we talk to the large-scale defined hardware, we provide the Ironic and Horizon plugin here. So basically for user scenario, when customers request a system from Horizon, it will talk with the vendor pass-through API to the Ironic. And Ironic will get the data from Valence. And here we create a database called Valence tables. We will store the large-scale defined hardware information on the table. And with a compose action, we will recreate those systems with Ironic table, with Ironic data structure, and store in Ironic table. So for the for the users of Ironic, they can use these systems seamlessly, like deploy an OS on it, and or do the system management like monitoring and event logs on these systems. Here is a snapshot from our Horizon plugin. We added a category on RSD management here. And here we have the Lenovo pod manager managed and is active. From the dashboard, we can see there are already some composed node already composed, and we have seen the compute node systems and storage, etc. And this is a page for the composed node summary. We have the analytical data here with CPU, memory usages, and disk usages. So for the system admin, he can easily understand how the database is utilized for now. And for each server, we can do the power on, power off management, power administration management. Also, we can reboot on it. Here, I bring a unique value from Lenovo that is based on the executive administrator. We show the rack view exactly the same as what we can see from data center. The layout is the same as the rack in the data center. And we can click on each of the component and get the metadata of this component. Okay, then next, Mrittika will bring a demo of Valence for now.
So, so she introduced what is Valence. It's a controller that we have introduced inside OpenStack for managing rack scale nodes. What I'll do is I will show you some of the usages. So, for example, just like Lenovo's pod manager is using Valence to compose nodes and manage the data center, one of the usages is figure out what are the resources available. I have got a bunch of racks, a bunch of nodes, discover and let me know what are the resources, how many CPUs, where they are, how much memory, where are the drawers, the pool drawers, the pool drawer of storage, pool drawer of memory, and the network ports. Once the list is discovered, then the list is essentially it's discovered by pod manager and made it available in the Valence. And we have created a UI just for people to test it out. Ideally, Lenovo and other vendors' UI would consume this kind of information. So once you have a list of pooled resources, then the next thing you would want to do is wait for a request to compose a node. So I want to go allocate one of my virtual machines or one of my containers. I need to compose a node of a certain size and certain capability. So you go compose. So the compose request actually comes to Valence, and then Valence keeps track of what are the nodes which have been composed, what hasn't been, but I have discovered resources. And then after it composes, it makes it available to back to the Valence controller, which is then taken up and consumed by the OpenStack environment. After you have done compose, the next thing you want to do is deploy the OS, then deploy OpenStack. And that OpenStack deployment is generally done by different deployment environments. And so Valence provides the environment where any deployment environment, any scheduler environment can make use of it. So for example, we show Ubuntu, Red Hat, Mirantis, and we have actually got POCs with almost all of them. And so the deployment action comes from one of these software elements, and then it goes deploys the nodes. So you can deploy the controller, OpenStack controller, and then create compute nodes. You can create storage nodes, and that's now available back to the deployment software. Once the other kind of compose that can happen is once you have deployed everything, things are running, your cloud is running, and then all of a sudden you need a new one. And so that request from Ironic or Nova or anywhere else from the OpenStack environment can come to Valence, and Valence takes care of doing the compose element once again and keeps track of all these resources and goes ahead. The other thing that can happen is all of a sudden you don't need all of these resources, you don't need the server, so you can shut it down. You shut it down and give it back to the pod, and that keeps track of what is remaining. So it's a service-based environment. Valence actually provides a service-based environment, and our integration and work with Lenovo has created a driver into Ironic. We are still, and this is all still not released yet. We are targeting Okata, and once Okata comes in, we should be able to get that out. So,
yep.
Thank you.